Okay. All right. So we already started a new chapter in social science that was beyond Earth. Okay. In the last class, we had already learned about some of the fundamental concepts. Please rename yourself, Sai. In the settings, you can rename yourself. Okay. In the Zoom meeting, where you can rename your account ID. Anyways, so in the previous class, we had a small introduction where we learned about the stars and constellations. We learned how in the olden days, by recognizing the stars and their patterns, it was very helpful in navigation, in finding uh, direction. It was very helpful back in the day. Right now, even today in emergencies, when there isn't any other equipment, so people can still use the star patterns as a backup way to navigate. Right? We learned about the constellations. So about the constellation, we'll have learned that they are kind of group of the stars that forms patterns. Right now, that forms patterns. For example, we had learned about some of the important constellations, like we had learned about Orion, right now. We had learned about Big Dipper, right? Little Dipper, isn't it? So these things we have learned so far in the class. Okay. Today we'll be learning about solar system. We will get to know about our solar system. We'll be learning about sun, right? And many, many more things. All right. These things we have discussed already. That is a topic from where we are going to continue. I hope I'm properly audible to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, talking about our solar system. See, our solar system, as I was saying in the last class, it's kind of like a big family in this space. And at the center of this family is the sun, which is like a huge ball of fire that gives us light and warmth. Right, that gives us light and warmth. Understanding it. So, how do we define the solar system? So, we say that it's a family of the different celestial objects that is orbiting around the sun. We can define it like this. There are different celestial objects. Now, the question is like, what are these celestial objects? So, celestial objects now, let me write a definition for it. Okay, one second. So, I was saying that the solar system is basically a family of celestial objects that are orbiting around the sun, which is at the center. By celestial bodies here, basically I refer to every other objects in the universe, in the space, except for Earth. They are called as celestial bodies. Getting it, Sai? Celestials are like it's the planets, it's asteroids, meteoroids, moons, etc. So they are called as celestial objects, celestial bodies. Understanding that?
Yeah.
So celestial bodies are basically any kind of natural objects present in the space, are natural objects present in the space. In the space, like we have got satellites also, no? Man-made satellites are also sent there. So they are not counted in celestial bodies. They are not called as celestial bodies. So are natural objects present in the space, such as the different planets, even the stars, moons, right?
Yeah.
Asteroids, comets, etc. So all of that are called as celestial bodies. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's get familiar with the sun. Like, what is sun? Like, what is the interesting facts about the sun? Hmm? So sun is basically a star, right now. Sun is basically a star, and it's the center of our solar system, right? It's at the center of our solar system, right? There's some very interesting fact about our sun. You know, like 1 million Earth could fit inside the sun. This is so huge in size. Getting it? It is so huge in
Yeah.
size that roughly 1 million Earth. 1 million, you understand? No? 1 million equals to
1 million
10
to
lakh.
yeah.
1 million equals to 10 lakh. So imagine 10 lakh Earth can fit inside the sun. It is so gigantic in size, right? No?
Yeah.
So sun is at the center of the solar system. It's kind of massive glowing ball of different gases, right? It's mainly made up of hydrogen and helium, and it provides us light and heat. It provides us with light and heat. So it's a gigantic, extremely hot ball of gases. Sun shines so brightly that it gives out a huge amount of energy, right now. The
Yeah.
sun is the main source of heat and light for our planet, and it provides the energy necessary for life. As we know, plants need sunlight to carry out photosynthesis.
Yeah.
You are
Person. Yeah.
right now, you must be familiar with the process of photosynthesis, where plants take in the
Sunlight.
presence of sunlight, they take in carbon dioxide gas
Yeah. And water. And
and mhm, water, and in the leaves they do a process called as photosynthesis. In this, they
yeah.
prepare glucose, and oxygen is given out. So this glucose is the food that they store in their body, and which we humans consume, animals consume, etc. So we all are dependent upon the plants, and
Yeah.
plants can do photosynthesis only during the daytime, that is in the presence of sunlight. Okay, that's the thing. Although the sun is about 100 times wider than Earth, like suppose if this is Earth, the sun is 100 times wider. The width is
Yeah.
100 times
Yeah.
that of the Earth. Okay, but it appears smaller in the sky right now because
Yeah.
it is very very far away from us. It is at very it's very far away from us. Okay,
Yeah.
despite its size, the sun looks bigger than other stars. Like sun is also a star, okay, and there are many other stars also. But why are we able to properly view the sun but not the other stars? Why it appears bigger in size in comparison to other stars? Because sun is actually closer to us in comparison to the other stars that we see during the night, right now.
Yeah.
That's why the other stars which are farther away, they look like tiny points of light in the sky. Even though
Yeah.
some of the stars that you are seeing during the night time, no, they're actually may be much bigger than the sun. Okay, while
Yeah.
during the day the sun's brightness makes it difficult to see other stars. You like someone may question that why don't we get to see other stars during the daytime? Because of the sun's
The sunlight
brightness.
which make difficult to see each other. So,
Hmm, exactly. Other than sun and earth, there are many other objects in the sky that along with the earth forms the solar system. As I was saying you, along with the earth, there are many objects. Like you get to see different kind of planets are also there, right?
yeah.
In fact, between Mars and Jupiter, na, there are so many rock-like structures called as asteroids that also does revolution of the sun. Understanding that now?
Yeah.
These kind of rocky structures which I am drawing over here, we call them as asteroids. We'll be learning about that after some time. So they are also part of the solar system. Okay. Then there are so many other interesting facts. The distance from the Earth to Sun is roughly 150 million kilometer. The distance between the Sun and that of Earth is how much?
150 million kilometers.
You make sure you memorize these numbers. These are really important. Okay, now 150 million kilometer, right?
Yeah.
Now to help understand this, now this vast difference, the average distance, like the distance between the sun and the earth, has been called as one astronomical unit. Getting it
Yeah. That's right.
right now?
Okay.
So the distance between the earth and the sun, that we call as one astronomical unit. One
Mm.
astronomical unit. In short, we write it as AU, like shown over here. Okay. Further, sun is not just a giant ball of hot gases. It's also the brightest object in our sky. Right now, obviously, it's the brightest object in our sky and the main source of light and heat for our planet. And because of this, ancient people in many cultures, they particularly in Asia, like in India, they used to worship the sun as god. And in India, the
Yeah.
sun is called as Surya. Okay, no? Like that. The sun's heat is very important for keeping the earth at a comfortable temperature, right? Like if we were to be little closer towards the sun or little farther away from the sun, na, so life on earth might not have been possible. Getting inside. If suppose we
Yeah.
were a bit closer to sun, so because of extreme temperature, we may not be able to be, we won't be surviving. If we were farther away, if we were farther away from the sun, so earth might have been colder planet, then also life could not survive here. Getting it? Huh? That's the thing.
Yeah.
So as we were learning moments ago about photosynthesis, no, that sunlight is very important for plants to grow, and plants are the foundation of the food chain. The food chain starts from the plant, no, right?
Yeah.
A plant is eaten by a herbivore, right? No, like a deer,
Alpure and carnivore.
exactly. Then it is eaten by a carnivore.
Yeah.
Getting it? So plants are the producers. Plants are the
Yeah.
producers of the food, right?
Yeah, I
Then
said it.
you have studied about it. No? Very good. Herbivores, they are the primary consumer.
Yeah,
They are
consumer.
the primary consumers. After that, we have got carnivores like lions, tigers. Huh? So they are the secondary consumer. Getting it? They are the secondary consumer, and so on. This food chain continues. So plants are at the very starting of this. Without plant, the herbivore can't survive. If there isn't herbivore, what will the carnivore eat? Right now, if there isn't
Yeah.
carnivore and a herbivore, what will the omnivores eat? It's like that. Other than that, plants also help in providing oxygen for the air. No, like it helps in maintaining balance of oxygen in the air. So there also we get to see the importance, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Other than that, we see that sun also plays a role in creating climate, season, weather, the water cycle, and wind. All of these are important for sustaining life on Earth. Okay, let me
Yeah.
explain about that also in short. See, the reason why we are having different type of climate is also because of the sun, right? Now, you know,
Yeah.
like say this is sun at the center of the solar system. Oh, one second. Yeah. Say this is our beautiful Earth over here, and Earth is revolving around the sun, right? Now you
Yeah.
look at the distance over here. Here, our Earth is at the farthest point from the sun, right now.
Yeah.
While it will be doing revolution, Earth will come here also after some time. No? It will come here also after some time. So here it
Yeah.
is very close. No, here it is
Yeah.
very close.
Yes, yes.
Here it is very far. So very far means that Earth is not getting sufficient amount of sunlight. So thereby it will be
Yeah.
winter, right now. It will be winter,
Winter,
and here it will
summer,
be summer,
summer.
right now. So sun is playing an
But
important
this
role in.
also,
Uh-huh.
this month also winter like.
Repeat again, please. This one over
Yeah,
here.
this month also winter, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Winter is about to start. Uh, winter is
Yeah.
almost about to start. Mm. Mm. So that is another interesting thing about it. Getting it right. So it also helps in maintaining climate, season, weather as well. Further, because of the sun's heat, water evaporation happens on Earth now. The water from the oceans, from plants, they evaporate, right? And they convert into water vapor. As they go higher up, they condense to form clouds, right? Now, they condense to form clouds. Getting it?
Yeah.
And as the cloud forms, when the cloud becomes heavy, when the temperature drops, rainfall happens. So there
Yeah,
also it
what
is
is it?
important. Water cycle happens, right now. So these are some of the interesting fact about it. Okay. Now let's get familiar with the planets also, right? So
Yeah.
planet is a large round object that moves around the sun. Sorry, that moves around the sun. And Earth is one of the eight planet in the solar system, right now.
Yeah.
8 planets in the solar system in order, okay, na, in order of their distance from the sun are as follows. First is the Mercury, then Venus, Earth, then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These are the
Yeah.
all 8 planets in a proper sequence. Okay. Now, the 4 closest planets now, like the one I'm going to highlight here, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Okay, now Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are smaller, but they have solid surfaces. They are covered with rocks and soil. They are basically
Yeah.
covered with rocks. So we call them as rocky planets. Getting it?
Yeah.
So Mercury, Venus, Earth, and after Earth,
On the
Mars.
Mars.
We call them by
Rocky
different names.
planets.
We call them as rocky planets. Okay. Or we sometimes also call them as inner planets. Getting it?
Yeah.
Inner planets or rocky planets. They are made up of, they're smaller in size and they are made up of rocks generally. Okay,
Yeah.
right. While when we talk about the farthest planet from the sun, like you look over here, that is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They are called as outer planets or also called as gaseous planets. Understanding it? So they are much larger and mostly they are made up of gases. Alright, we'll be learning about that also. Let's get familiar with some of the interesting thing about the first 4 planets. See, talking about Venus, so Venus comes right after Mercury. You have first Mercury and then comes Venus. It is often seen shining brightly in the morning and evening, which is why people sometimes call it the morning star or the evening star. Even though it is not a star, keep it in mind. But Venus sometimes it is visible in the early morning and the evening in the evening. You can in fact spot it sometimes. Getting it? So it is called as morning or evening star, but it is not accurate because it is not a star. Okay. Another planet here is Mars. It is known as a red planet because its soil is reddish in color. Okay. Talking about our own Earth, so we know our the large part of Earth's surface is covered with water, which makes it look blue from space. Right? And
Yeah.
when we
Blue
look at,
planet.
so that's why it is called as blue planet. Right? No? Okay. These were the interesting facts about the first 4 planets. Then comes the 4 farthest planet from the sun, which I was talking about moments ago. That is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They are much larger than Earth and they are mostly made up of gases. So they are called as giant planets. These giant gas planets, they have big flat rings around them made up of dust and rocks. These planets, no, they have flat rings around them that are usually made up of gases.
Yeah.
Okay. Further, all these planets, they get most of their energy from the sun, right? If a planet is colder toward to the sun, so it will be very hot. If a planet is farther away from the sun, if a planet, suppose here, if you were to talk about Neptune, so Neptune will be very cold now.
Yeah.
In
And I understand.
understand that now.
Yeah.
If you were to talk about like Mercury and Venus, so they will be hotter planets. Particularly, Venus is more hotter than Venus is more hotter than Mercury because
Yeah.
Venus contains so much of carbon dioxide gas in it that makes it very hot. Okay, na? So one more interesting fact I will tell you here that Venus is hotter than Mercury. Reason, it has
There are so much carbon dioxide.
lots of carbon dioxide gas. So this carbon dioxide gas traps the heat of the sun and keeps the planet hot. Okay.
Yeah.
But generally, it is seen that if a planet is farther from the sun, so it will be less warm, it will be cold. Okay. Among the different planets, Venus is the easiest to see because it is very, very bright. It is very bright. After the sun and the moon, Venus is the third brightest object in the sky. The brightest object in the sky is sun. After that,
Yeah.
moon that you see during the night.
Yeah.
Third brightest object in the sky that you get to see is the Venus. Okay, no?
Venus.
That is the thing. What about the other planets? So other planets like Mercury, Mars,
Neptune,
Jupiter,
Jupiter,
Saturn,
and so on.
they can be seen. They can also be seen without a telescope, but they look like a small shining dots, just like stars. Understanding it? Just like how the
Yeah,
stars look like, similar to that, these planets will look. But if you want to view it properly, you will have to use a telescope. Okay. Now let's get to talk about Pluto also. Right now. So Pluto is an object that lies beyond Neptune, meaning that we are not even calling it as a planet; it's a dwarf planet. So
yeah, dark.
after Neptune, we have Pluto, which is now a dwarf planet. Dwarf planet. By the way, it was roughly discovered like 90 or 95 years ago. Okay, no? Getting it. It is smaller than even the Earth's moon. Right now, if this is the Earth's moon, so Pluto is even smaller than that. In fact, Pluto is not even properly spherical in shape. Understanding it, it is not properly
Yeah,
spherical in shape. So
yeah,
when Mhm. Yeah. So when Pluto was discovered, it was considered a planet in our solar system. However, as more smaller objects similar to Pluto were found, the International Astronomical Union redefined what qualifies as a planet in 2006. Like this is Pluto. Okay, when it was discovered, um, uh, so the scientists called it a planet, but later on, many other similar objects were also discovered, which were also of the same size as of the Pluto. So they changed the definition for what a planet will be. So according to the new definition, Pluto and other similar objects were now classified as dwarf planets. Got it? So now it is a dwarf planets. Okay. Talking about natural satellites, like what are they? Generally, by satellite, what do we mean? When we hear the term satellite, what comes to your mind first?
what?
Hmm? When you hear the term satellite, so generally
Yeah,
you will think some
yeah,
man-made object sent into the space. This is what you think of, right?
yeah. GPS like that.
Hmm.
Google Map.
Yeah. But the thing is that satellites are also of two types. One is the
Nature and artificial. Artificial.
exactly, another is artificial satellite. Okay. So natural satellites are basically
It's
the
moon.
objects that orbits around the planets. Like for
Yeah,
example, moon, as you know
moon.
about moon right now. And
Yeah,
they are obviously smaller in size than the planets that they orbit. For example, our moon here, like this is the moon shown over here in the image. So that is clearly smaller in size than the planet Earth. So all
yeah,
the other moons are respectively smaller than the planets around which they are orbiting. Okay, so moons are examples of natural satellites. While some planets have one moon, while some planet can have more than one moon. Getting it now?
yeah.
Okay. Some planets have one moon, some have two, some have multiple moons. Some have multiple moons. Getting it? Our Earth has got only one moon. Okay. But you know, Jupiter has so many moons, right? Jupiter has so many moons. Getting it? It's like that. So the outer planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune have many moons. While the inner planet in that, Earth has one moon, while Mars has two moons. Getting it? While there are some planets that do not have have moons, there are some planets
Yeah,
that don't have any moons. For example, what are they? So like Mercury and Venus.
yeah.
They are
Mercury
the
and Venus.
they are the only two planets in our solar system that do not have moons. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mercury and Venus do not have any moons, while
Moons.
all the other planets have actually moons. Okay.
Moon.
Sometimes question might be asked like which planet has the maximum moons? Hmm? Okay, which planet has the maximum moon? So now it has been confirmed that Saturn has the maximum number of moons. Earlier it was believed that Jupiter has, but now the first position is held by Saturn. So Saturn has how many? 146 moons. So
Yeah.
Saturn has 146
God.
moons. If you talk about Jupiter, so Jupiter has around 95 moons. Getting it?
Yeah.
Mhm. Right now, we have discovered this many moons, but in future, some more moons can also be discovered. Okay, Sai. So this
Yeah.
number, let's say after few years, may change or may get updated. I mean to say. Okay. Let's get to talk about the moon of the Earth right now. So the moon, which is Earth's natural satellite, it takes about 27 days to orbit around our planet. Okay, between 27 to 28 days. Then it's the closest celestial neighbor to our Earth. Like it's the closest celestial body to us right now.
Yeah.
Like what is the most closest celestial body to planet Earth? It's obviously the moon.
Moon.
There isn't any other celestial object that is much closer to Earth than this moon. Then
Yeah.
moon has very little atmosphere. Like the atmosphere of moon is very very thin. If I were to draw it here, it'll be kind of like that. Getting it?
Yeah.
Atmosphere, you understand? No? The layer of the gas that surrounds the planet. That's called
Yeah.
its atmosphere. Okay. Further, moon is about one quarter the diameter of the Earth. Like if this is moon, okay, this is the diameter of the moon. This is the
Diameter.
diameter of the moon. So it is one quarter the diameter of the Earth. Say that this is our Earth. Okay. So that's the diameter of Earth. And now you can compare it with that of moon. Like how small the diameter of the moon is. Getting it?
Yeah.
That's one thing. Further, the moon surface is not even. Right now, on the
Yeah.
moon surface, you will see so many craters you can see here. If you look at the zoomed view of the moon, so you will find so many craters. And
Yeah.
now question is
I
like,
I
you
studied.
you have studied about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Now the question is like, how were these craters made? Huh? So these craters were made when the moon was. One second, please. Let me put this on charge. Hmm. I'm just trying to show you some detailed, high quality images here. Look at this one here. See, look at this. Hmm? So all these are the craters on the moon, right? So over the course of like millions of years, moon has been constantly hit by meteoroids, by asteroids, and as they fell on it, right now, as they fell on it, they created these large bumps called as craters on moon. Hope you have understood that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
One second, please. Yeah. So these craters were caused by the impact of asteroids or rocks from space striking the moon surface. Now, because the moon lacks an atmosphere, like there isn't any wind blowing on the moon right now, getting it. There isn't any water, there isn't any form of life, right? So these craters are undisturbed. Getting it? These are undisturbed. So they remain visible for a long, very long period of time. Okay. Now, even though moon is very far away from us, humans have been able to send a spacecraft to explore and learn about it. Right now,
Yeah.
like recently, India has launched 3 Chandrayaan missions to study about the moon, and there are more plans. There are more satellites to be launched in the future. Okay,
Yeah.
that is the thing. Okay. Now, I'll be asking some general question. Like I'm expecting that you would be aware about it. Like who went to the moon for the first time?
What?
Which astronauts went to the moon for the first time? Any idea? When?
Rocket Sharma.
No, Rakesh Sharma, he was the first Indian to have went into the space. I'm asking in general, like all around the world, who was the first, who were the first astronauts to visit moon? Let me tell you about
I
that also.
don't know.
See, humans landed on moon for the first time in 1969. When it in 1969.
69.
Okay, there was this mission. Okay, now there was this space mission called as Apollo 11 mission. That
Yeah.
was,
Apollo. Yeah.
you have heard about it? Good. So Apollo 11 mission. Okay. Several astronomers were in this Apollo 1 mission. For example, there was Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. Okay. So the first astronomer to have a step on the moon was Neil
Neil
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Okay. Neil
Armstrong.
Armstrong was the first human to step foot on the moon. Okay, so these were some general facts about it. Okay, now let us get to understand about satellites. Particularly here we are going to learn about like what are the artificial satellites. Okay.
Yeah.
So artificial satellite, basically we say that it's something that moves around a larger object in space. For example, Earth is generally, like if you talk about the satellite only, so we say that Earth is a satellite of the sun because it orbits around the sun. Like any object that will rotate around another object, that can be generally called as satellite. Getting it?
Natural satellite.
Like natural satellite. Okay. So for sun, in context of sun, Earth is a satellite. Getting it? Because Earth is revolving around it. In context of Earth, moon is a satellite because moon is revolving around Earth, right? But moon is a
Yeah.
natural satellite, or the different kind of man-made missions,
Art.
artificial satellites that are sent there. So they are basically like artificial satellites revolving around, orbiting around the Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
About the moon, we have learned that it is a natural satellite of the Earth, and it's roughly 384,000 kilometers away from our planet. Okay, moon is about 384,000 kilometers away from our planet.
Yeah.
Talking about the contribution of India, so India has also made significant contribution in exploring the moon through its Chandrayaan mission, right?
Yeah. Chandrayaan.
The first Chandrayaan mission was launched in 2008, and later second Chandrayaan mission was launched in 2019. Okay, and after that, third mission Chandrayaan 3 was launched in July 2023,
Two both of them.
right? And we know it had Vikram lander that carried the Pragyan rover. Pragyan rover, basically rover, basically it's
Yeah.
a vehicle that will be running over the surface of the moon,
Yeah.
right? It will be collecting samples and it will study and it will look for the possibilities of life. It will explore the presence of water, etc. Right. So this Chandrayaan 3 was launched in July 2023 and landed on the moon surface successfully on August 2023. Right. This achievement made India the first country in the world to land near the moon's south pole. Till now, no country have been able to made it to the to the south pole. Right now, because the south pole of the moon was a region of little exploration. It hasn't been explored much, but India became the first country to have achieved this. Okay. Now, in order to honor this achievement, to honor this success, the government of India has declared 23rd of August as National Space Day. Okay. And now we are looking towards the fourth Chandrayaan mission that is being planned. Okay. And the aim of that mission would be particularly to bring black soil and rock samples from the moon. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose someone might ask you, like, what was the aim of the Chandrayaan 3 mission? The Chandrayaan 3 mission that was sent, what was its aim? Uh-huh.
Uh,
Think about it. It had many objectives, right? First aim was to successfully make a safe and soft landing. Okay. Then
yeah.
another objective was to show the rover's ability to move and operate on the moon after the landing, right? Then its experiment was to research on the surface of the moon, right? Study about its composition, right? Also study about seismic activity on the moon. Like just like there's earthquake on Earth, no? There's earthquake here. So moonquakes also happens. Like, getting it? Okay. Here we have earthquakes. On moon, it is called as moonquakes. Getting it? So Chandrayaan 3 mission was to study about the seismic activity like moonquakes to study about the composition, like what is this. Yeah.
Yeah, in the picture, this is a moon.
In which one? This one? No, no, no. That's a different thing. This one is about an asteroid. This right over here is an asteroid. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so talking about asteroids, so asteroids are small rocky objects in the solar system, and they have an irregular shape. Like as you can see here, they don't have a regular shape, like a spherical shape. Okay. Many asteroids orbit around the sun. Like these asteroids are also basically orbiting around the sun only. See that this is the sun. Okay. And here we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. Particularly between Mars and Jupiter, we find that there are so many asteroids present over here that is actually orbiting the sun. Getting it? So these circles I'm trying to draw over here, tiny objects I'm trying to draw over here. Basically, these are called as that is called as asteroid belt. Asteroid belt. So basically, what you will find now between the planet Mars and Jupiter, there's so many asteroids. Like that is called as an asteroid belt that will be basically doing revolution of the sun. Understanding that or not?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you one image of it. You will find it relevant.
Yeah, and I understand.
You understood that? Okay, that's good. By the way. See, right over here, you can see these asteroid belts. It will be like that, just like that. Go look at the picture which I
Okay.
have selected here, right now. So these are
Yeah.
the asteroids, and they are also doing revolution around the sun. Okay. Hmm. You see in this image, you can see it properly, where between the planet Mars and Jupiter it is there, right? This one
Yeah.
right here is, yeah.
Asteroids are more bigger than Earth.
Asteroids are bigger than what?
Earth.
Earth. No, 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 no. They are smaller than planets actually. They are smaller than all the planets, right?
Okay.
The thing is that they don't have an irregular shape. Okay.
Mm.
So that
Yeah.
is between Mars and Jupiter. Like this one is Mars over here, that is Jupiter. Between that, you can find the belt of asteroids.
The Earth is a astronaut.
Earth is an asteroid. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Earth is a planet now. Asteroid is a different thing. Like asteroids are rocky objects that don't have a regular shape. They are irregular shape. Like take a look at the shape of this. That is an
Yeah, I
asteroid.
understand.
Huh? While
Yeah.
when we look at the Earth, so Earth is perfectly like it's a
I
spherical
think
object.
the sun blast the small part of sun is called Earth.
A small part of sun is called as what?
Earth.
Earth. No, like you are referring. I get what you're trying to refer to, but you cannot explain that in this manner. Okay, no. Basically, we say that if you were to look at the formation of the Earth, like how the Earth was formed, so like roughly around 4.6 billion years ago, we see that there was this rotating circle, rotating cloud of gas and dust. Right now, they basically collapsed, right, and that
Yeah.
process created the sun and the different kind of planets
Oh, I
started to form
understand.
out
I
of it.
understand.
Understood it, no?
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. Talking about another celestial body that are the comets. So comets are like visitors from the very far, like from far away places that reaches our solar system. Okay. They are made up of dust, gas, rock, and ice. When a comet gets close to the sun, the heat causes the frozen materials to evaporate, which creates a bright tail. Like this comet is approaching near the sun right now. So as it will approach
Yeah.
near the sun, it will get closer. So because of that, the ice in it and other gases in it will evaporate. It will burn, right now. So as it burns, it creates a bright tail like that. That is its bright tail.
Tail.
Okay, that is the thing. So because of this bright tail, it looks very spectacular. It looks very spectacular. Like it's very mesmerizing to look at it in the sky. Okay, you might have seen the videos of this comet. Like people
Yeah.
call them as shooting star, but they are actually not stars, right now.
Yeah. Shooting star.
We call them a shooting star, but actually it is wrong to say them shooting stars because they are
Yeah.
not stars, right now. They are
Yeah.
basically tiny objects made up of dust, gas, rocks, and ice like that. Like while some of them can be quite big also in size. Okay. When comets are far away from the sun, they appear dim and are hard to see without a telescope. Obviously, when they'll be very, very far away from the sun, so it will be difficult to see them, right? But
Yeah.
when they get closer to the sun, then we can see them properly. Okay.
Yeah.
Some comets even have a regular orbit that brings them close to the sun periodically, while others may escape the solar system entirely. Like suppose that this is the solar system where sun is at the center. Okay. That's the orbit of the different planets, suppose Mercury, Venus, and Earth and all that. Suppose that this is a comet coming from somewhere, right? This is a comet.
Yeah.
Let me write over here like that. So this is a comet that is coming from very far away galaxy, let's say. So it will basically come like that and it will basically pass through the solar system. Getting it? It will
Yeah.
pass through the solar system like that. Okay. And it may never return back. It will completely escape from the solar system, right?
Yeah.
While some of them will be, no, they would be having a regular orbit that will bring them close to the sun periodically. Suppose that we are having another type, another comet like that. One second. Let's say this is another comet. So let's say it has an orbit around the sun like that. Suppose it has an orbit around the sun like that. Getting it?
Yeah.
So it will come over here and here and here. So it will come and it will visit and will go back. It will visit and go back. Getting it now what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now some of the planets, sorry, comets I mean to say, they can break apart or they can directly crash into the sun. Like say that
Yeah.
this is a comet. Okay. It will directly go into the sun and will crash. Before crashing, like it will basically melt. While some of them may even collide with the planets as they'll be traveling through the space, some of them may even collide with some planets. Like it can
Yeah.
collide with Mercury, with Venus, with Mars, etc. Okay. So that was all the interesting thing about the comets.
Yeah.
All right. Again, we have this question that what makes up the solar system? So solar system is made up of the sun, 8 planets, their moons, and many, many small objects like asteroids and comets. Out of all of this, we see that sun is the largest and heaviest object in the solar system. It produces all the energy for the solar system. The solar
Yeah.
system needs energy in order to operate, and that is derived from the sun. Okay. Like other objects in the solar system, like the planets and their moons, also shine because they reflect the sunlight that comes from the sun. Suppose here we are on Earth. Okay. Say that this is moon. Moon does not have its own light. What we know of moon that it's a non-luminous body. Non-luminous body means it does not gives its own light. Huh?
Yeah.
While sun gives its own light, no.
To absorb the sunlight and it gives us. Yeah.
So say that this is sun and these are the sun's rays falling on it. So as the sun's rays falls on the moon, so they kind of reflect from it. They kind of
Yeah.
reflect from it and they the reflected light reaches us. So some people may think that actually moon is giving its own light, but actually the sun's light basically is getting reflected from the surface of the moon. Understanding that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now we are going to take a special look at a very famous comet called as Halley's Comet. It's a famous space visitor. Okay. See, this comet is a well-known comet that visits our sky every 76 years. as I was saying you moments ago, like some of the comets may just visit our solar system and will
Yeah.
escape. Again, it will visit and will escape from the solar system, like that. Getting it? So Halley's comet is one such comet. Every 76 years, it will come and will go back. Last time when it was seen was 1986. In the year 1986, it was seen for the last time. So if it was seen in the last time, for the last time it was seen in the year 1986. So when can we see it again? When can we see the Halley's comet next?
Yeah.
So we will basically add 76 to this. So that will be roughly in the year 2061 or 2062. It is said that we may be able to see that. Okay, now. So next, it will be visible, typically visible, we can say, right now, during 2061 to 2062. Right at that time, Halley's comet may be seen once again. I hope that much is clear so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's learn about the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, like what is Milky Way galaxy? On a moonless night, on a moonless night, when viewed from a dark location far from city lights, an extended faint band of light can be seen stretching across the sky from north to south. Like if you are, suppose we were to visit a very dark place, like a place away from the city light, right now, away from the
Yeah.
city light where there isn't any light pollution. So there we can view this faint band of light. You see this band of light in the sky? Huh?
Okay.
This
Yeah.
band of light, huh, is it's actually our home galaxy. It's the galaxy in which we are living, and that is called as Milky Way galaxy, or also called as Akash Ganga. In Hindi, called as Akash Ganga. Getting it?
Okay.
So galaxy is any kind of galaxy. Like this galaxy is very very big in comparison to the solar system. Solar system is
Yeah.
just a tiny part of it, right? It's just a tiny part of it right now. So
Yeah.
Milky Way galaxy, it contains millions to billions of stars, and our solar system is just one very small part of this vast galaxy. Getting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is Milky Way galaxy. It's
And
also,
the
mhm.
multi Milky Way galaxy, like,
Please repeat again.
yeah, multi way galaxy.
Huh. Oh yeah, obviously there are so many galaxies. There are multiple galaxies in the universe. Okay, take a look at this. Like the shape of the Milky Way galaxy, now it is a spiral shaped galaxy. It's like that.
Fire and shit.
This is how it looks like. See, this is the structure. This is the image of the Milky Way galaxy.
Uh,
Okay, now this is how it looks
different,
like.
yeah, different Milky Way galaxy are different shape and size.
Exactly, different galaxies are of different shapes. Okay, now galaxies
I
can be found
study.
in different shapes.
Yeah.
You have studied. Very good. Good. Okay. So, okay. Well, some of them can be in the form of basically clusters, right? Some of them can be in the form of clusters only. Some of them are like irregular shape, right? Like for example, take a look at this over here. Irregular galaxy. So in this one, you won't find any pattern. Like it isn't showing any kind of pattern, right? This is also
Yeah.
image of galaxy also. This is also image of galaxy. But there isn't any pattern of it. Right now? Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if you were to find where the sun is now, so like somewhere, let's suppose in this Milky Way galaxy, suppose this is where the sun is. Let us suppose this is where the sun is, right?
Yeah.
Upon zooming it, we will get to know that there are many other planets in it also, right now. So our
Yeah.
solar system is just one very small part of this Milky Way galaxy. Okay.
Yeah. And
Now, mhm.
I know what is the center of a galaxy.
What is the center of the galaxy?
Yeah, it's a very
Hmm.
like
It's an interesting question, right? See,
yeah,
it is speculated, like it is said that the center of Milky Way galaxy you're asking, or you're asking about in general?
yeah, Milky Way galaxy.
Milky Way galaxy. See,
Yeah,
the center of the Milky Way galaxy, we say that there's a super massive black hole in the center of it. Okay, no?
okay, yeah,
Black hole, you know about it?
yeah, black hole. Yeah,
Uh-huh. So at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, we say that there's a black hole. A black
yeah,
hole is a basically a region, like it has a very strong gravity. Like nothing can escape from it. Even light cannot escape from
yeah.
it.
Light bend it. Yeah,
How exactly light bends around it. Very good. So it has an intense gravity. Okay, so nothing can pass through. That is it. Okay.
yeah,
Further, even beyond the Milky Way galaxy, we talk about universe right now. So question is like, what do we understand by universe now? Right? Getting it?
um,
Our
yeah,
Milky Way galaxy is just one of the billions of galaxies that exist in the universe.
yeah,
Right? The
yeah,
universe is basically defined as all of space, all of time, matter, and energy that we see. It's basically,
yeah,
it's basically, we say that everything that exists, everything that we can think of, everything that we can think of is present in this universe. Understanding it now? So
yeah,
other than Milky Way galaxy, there are countless other galaxies. Even now, as we're talking, new galaxies like might be discovered right now. So scientists they study these galaxies to learn more about stars, the universe as a whole, right?
yeah,
So one of the big questions scientists are trying to answer is whether there is life anywhere else in the universe. What we know that life is only here on planet Earth now. Yet we haven't been able to
yeah,
find life on any other planet, in any other galaxy, or anywhere else in in this universe. So one of the
yeah,
many reasons why we study about the universe, about the galaxy, about many other planets, is in order to find life on other planets, in other galaxies also. So
yeah,
far, the research for life has focused mainly on exoplanets, which are planets that orbits a star other than our sun within our galaxy. Like within the Milky Way galaxy, also there are many other stars also, right? Like for
yeah,
example, like this is suppose this is where our star is, but there's tons of like there's billions of other stars also now. So so far, so far we have been trying to discover life on exoplanets. Like suppose
yeah,
that this is let me one second. Suppose this is a star over here. You see the point I have taken here? Say this is a
yeah.
star. There will be some planets that will be doing revolution of it also, no? Suppose like that,
Yeah, I
right? No?
have the book of Eco Pin. Yeah, I see the picture.
Hmm.
I can see it with you.
Good. So so the thing is that so far we have been trying to discover life on exoplanets, like this planet that will be doing revolution around. What picture you are showing? Oh, that one. Oh, that's good. Good.
Yeah,
Okay. Good side. So we're saying that so far we have been trying to discover life on exoplanets only. Right now we haven't been able to move beyond our galaxy, and we aren't working on discovering trying to discover life on planets found in other galaxies within the same galaxy we are trying to research. Okay, no?
yeah,
So that's the thing. Okay. So these were the major topics that we have learned in the chapter. Okay. Almost we have completed the chapter, right? There are some topics that we'll be discussing in the next class, and we'll be doing questions in the next class. All right.
yeah.
Hmm. If you have any questions from today's class, let me know, or else we will conclude the class with few
Uh,
questions.
I have options. Yeah, I like.
Okay. I'll be asking few questions to you then. Okay, now you tell
Yeah.
me, what do we call as groups of stars, groups of stars that appears to form patterns like familiar shapes? Do we call them galaxies, constellations, planets or satellites?
There's a polar station like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Constellations.
Constellation. Yeah.
Constellations, right now. Okay. Okay. Further, which is the closest star to Earth and the main source of energy for our planet?
Sun.
That is Sun, obviously. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm, why was Pluto reclassified as a dwarf planet?
Yeah, it's away from the surrounding of sun.
Okay. Also, one of the reason why it was classified as a dwarf planet, because
Yeah.
it is irregular in shape, right? And it is very smaller in size. And later, many other objects of the similar size were discovered.
Yeah.
Getting it what I'm trying to say, no? Okay. Hmm. Name two constellations. Name.
Uh,
Mhm.
Big Tripper and Small Dipper.
Good. So we have Big Dipper and Little Dipper.
Small Dipper.
Good. Pole star is part of which? Big Dipper or Little Dipper?
Yeah.
Pole star is part of which constellation?
All star.
Yeah, this pole star is
Small
part of
Dipper.
Small Dipper. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will be it for today's class. Okay, we'll be continuing with few more topics in the next class.
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay, Sai.